The Last Train to Nowhere Part 2. Raced. Every instinct told me to run, but I couldn't move. Then, it appeared. The train came into view slowly, its headlights piercing the darkness. It was massive, almost too large to be real, with black, glossy windows that reflected nothing but shadows. The sound of the train's approach filled the air, drowning out all other noise, until I couldn't hear my own thoughts. The train stopped in front of me with a jarring screech, its engine exhaling a thick cloud of steam. It was the kind of train you might see in a nightmare, ancient, cursed, and full of wrongness. I wanted to turn and run, but I couldn't. The doors of the train slid open with an eerie hiss, inviting me in. A thick, musky smell leaked out from inside, like old leather, mold, and something much worse. "Get on," a voice rasped from the shadows. I froze. The voice wasn't human. It was distorted, like it had been buried under years of earth and decay. "Get on, or you'll miss it," the voice repeated, this time louder. I couldn't move. My body was in a state of paralysis, my mind torn between flight and some twisted curiosity. I stepped forward, my legs shaking, the sound of my footsteps sounding too loud in the silence. I entered the train, the door closing behind me with a final, bone-chilling thud. Inside, the train was old, really old, like it had been stuck in time. The plush seats were covered in layers of dust, their upholstery shredded and stained with unknown substances. The overhead lights flickered, casting dim pools of sickly yellow light over the passengers. I looked around. There were only a few people seated, but they were not normal passengers. Their eyes were empty, hollow, and their faces were gaunt, as if they hadn't eaten in years. Their clothing was from a different era, 1900s maybe. And their hands were clenched, palms up, with long nails digging into their flesh. Some of them seemed to be muttering in a language I didn't understand, their words garbled and unintelligible. "Where are we going?" I whispered, barely daring to break the silence. The voice from earlier answered, but it wasn't the same voice. This time, it came from the front of the train, from somewhere I couldn't see. Nowhere. The train lurched forward suddenly, throwing me against the seat. The passengers didn't move, their eyes never leaving the empty space ahead of them. I could feel a sense of dread building, like something was going to happen. Something terrible. The train sped through the night, the landscape outside.